Hi, my name is Kat, and you're watching Aphrodite Set Free. My entire life, I've always put beauty in a box. And this in turn has put me into a box. It's that I've tried to control beauty, and so in turn, it controls me. It controls me in so many ways because I have this idealized concept in my head on what is beautiful. And when you look at life like that, it closes your mind to the potentials, the opportunities, the possibilities that are out there for us to create other forms of beauty. And it not only keeps your mind from expanding, but it allows you to be more easily manipulated. For example, I've gotten better with this, but in the past, if somebody would comment on my beauty, it put them in a place of power over me, because then what would happen is they would have this validation on me being beautiful, which I was gaining from the outside, from them, their idea of it. So that would give my power away to them. And also in turn, it allowed them to be the ones to dictate whether or not I was beautiful. And so that was something they could hold and either give or take away. It was up to them. I gave that to them. So for example, a few weeks ago, I was on an airplane and this woman who sat next to me commented about my appearance, and she gave me a compliment, a stereotypical compliment. It was up to me to take it as a compliment, and I did. And the old me would have allowed her to then in turn say different things to me that I might have brushed off or let her get away with, because she had said that thing that made me feel validated and good about myself. So then I would let her say other stuff or walk over me in different ways. Thankfully, I'm not so much like that anymore. So when she did later on make a few comments to me that crossed some boundaries of mine, I met her with silence and pulled my energy away from her, brought it back to me, and made it clear that I was not going to accept that kind of behavior. But it's easy to see how us as women, especially if we do crave beauty from a certain type of a box and validation from others, how we can be manipulated with that. And it's not just beauty. I'm going to talk about other forms too of things that we try to control, but just looking at beauty for right now, it's whatever you try to control can control you. You can be manipulated by it. So people can say things to you that make you feel good about your appearance, and then they have this upper hand to then maybe cross a few boundaries that you will let them do so because you feel like you owe them, or because you don't want them to take away what they've given to you. But that's not something that is theirs to give or take. You already own that. For a long time, I would live my life kind of like that and give my power away. And I don't want you to ever do that, because your beauty is yours. Nobody can tell you that you're beautiful, and no one can take it away. You are beautiful because you are beautiful when you choose to be. Beauty is a choice. So it's all from within. It's you. If you decide that you're beautiful, you are. Nobody, nothing, no one can tell you otherwise. No one's going to be able to change that because it's your choice. So beauty is a choice, but also with that, beauty doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong in a box. Beauty is a vibration. It's a resonance. It is a frequency. It's not something that can be measured or defined. And when we look at it from these ways, when we look at beauty as a verb, from verb consciousness or space consciousness, when we see it and feel it as something that is changing, it can evolve. It's not stagnant. It's moving. It's movement. And when we can feel it as this object inside of space, or not object, but a frequency moving inside of space and moving as a verb, when we witness it and feel it in these ways, it gives it much more room to flow. And that's what energy wants to do. It wants to flow. And beauty is an energy. So when I say that we shouldn't try to control beauty, that I'm trying to learn to stop controlling it with my mind, I'm not trying to take your power away and say that you don't have control over your life. You don't have the power to be beautiful. You do. You absolutely do. But the way to control it is not the way that we control things with thought of, this has to be like this, and then it's beautiful in this way, and planning it and like that. It's more of controlling it through resonance. And so when you choose to feel beautiful inside, when I do that, when we do that, it's this feeling that can be felt. You feel the feeling of beauty, and then you choose that, and there's your power. You're leaning into it, and in that way you're controlling, you're creating, you're manifesting. You are powerful. You're choosing, but it's not in the way of trying, forcing, effort, like we've been taught. I have to look this way and have my hair look this way and put this makeup in this way, and then I'll fit like this, and then that's beautiful. And that's what I've been doing my whole life. And I want to make a video on how it's a small way of thinking. It controls us, puts things in a box, and yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really, don't we want more than that? Isn't beauty more than that? So that's kind of everything I want to say about that. Letting go of the box belonging to us, and when you let go and it doesn't belong to you, then you are detached from it, and then you can work with it and play with it in ways that are filled with freedom instead of resistance. And that's much more powerful to create from. Oh, well, I guess I did kind of want to say how it's not just beauty. You could take this with anything. You could take this with you trying to control your anger, or you trying to control impure thoughts, or trying to control coming across as intelligent. Anything you try to control is going to be controlling you. And then you can be manipulated. It's something that takes your power that's already within you and placing it on a concept outside of yourself. And that's why you can be manipulated, because you're letting it be outside of you. Your power is now outside of you. But when we recognize that we have things about us, some are good and some are bad, quote unquote, and we can look at them from this perspective of it's all energy that we can work with, and we can detach from the judgment on if it's good or bad, wanted or unwanted, then there won't be these shadows created inside of us that then we see things as pain and pleasure and make decisions from our shadow controlling us of something we're trying to resist or strive for. Rather, we're going through life in a more peaceful way that is more powerful, with clear intentions and sovereignty for what we really do want deep down, what our soul really wants, rather than what we're trying to resist or strive for, concepts outside of ourselves. So yeah, that's kind of everything I have to say about that, about beauty and other such things. I hope that this video was helpful, and if there's anything that you'd like to add or share, please leave a comment below. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.